Hello Virgo. I am your awakened inner voice. You are not here by coincidence. The energies of the cosmos have conspired to bring you this message. Open your spirit and allow the wisdom of the universe to illuminate your path today. You come because a force you cannot control took you by the hand and pushed you here, Virgo. It is not chance, it is not coincidence, it is not randomness disguised as routine. There is an ancient whisper woven into your destiny, pointing to this precise moment as a doorway. A doorway that opens only once. If you are reading these words, it is because time has bent for you, because synchronicity chose you as one chooses a seed that must sprout even if the ground appears barren. And when a sign arrives like this, crossing invisible veils, it must not be ignored, because behind it there is often a revelation calling your name. And here the horoscope begins, Virgo, wrapped in an omen that burns like a blue flame in the middle of a dark forest. Because today the energy does not come softly, it does not come timid. It comes with warnings you must not take lightly. My cards say there are shadows watching you from a distance, that there are minds silently envying you, and that the paths you thought were calm have a hidden crossroads. Your intuition has shown you this, even if you tried to silence it. So listen carefully. What you are about to discover may move the threads of your day, perhaps your week, perhaps your destiny. Stay until the end, because a crucial truth is about to manifest, and only those who listen to the last heartbeat can understand the message that transforms them. Your key phrase reveals itself among the symbols like a luminous thread cutting through chaos. I claim what is mine by divine right. That phrase will be your lighthouse, your sword, your protective mantle. Repeat it whenever necessary, and you will see clarity expand along your path. I claim what is mine by divine right. I claim what is mine by divine right. Now, let me show you what I see in your astral surroundings. A slow movement, like that of a river that hides secrets at the bottom. You have felt that you are dragging a weight that does not belong to you, as if an invisible chain held you to the same point again and again. It seems that, without realizing it, you have been carrying guilt, others' expectations, responsibilities you never asked for. And although you are strong, though your spirit can endure more than anyone could imagine, this time the universe decides to intervene. Because you are reaching the limit of what you can bear, and when Virgo reaches a limit, life itself rearranges, marking a before and after. The energy of your present shows a fragile balance. You have remained firm, but you notice a kind of internal vibration announcing changes. Changes that can be blessings or challenges, depending on how you handle them. You have felt the presence of silent enemies, disguised as friendliness or closeness. Do not fear, because what hides in shadow will soon be exposed by light. That light is you, Virgo. Although you sometimes forget it. You are the mind that observes when others merely look. You are the voice that reasons when others allow themselves to be swayed. You are the root that does not break even when the wind roars. But still, you need to hear this. Someone does not want you to advance. Whether out of envy, competition, pride, or inner discomfort, there is a presence that feels uneasy seeing your growth. Do not give it power. But do not ignore it either. The universe warns you so you stay awake. Intrigues fade when clarity appears, and clarity is arriving for you urgently. Not because you are in real danger, but because you are at a point of expansion, and every expansion brings friction. And here the story begins to escalate. My cards show a divided path. To the left, the persistence of the old, of what no longer nourishes your soul. To the right, a path that seems uncertain but vibrates with abundance. In the emotional realm, I see you closing old wounds that you thought were healed but still hurt when touched. Do not fear if you cry without a clear reason, or if your mind suddenly falls silent. Sometimes the soul speaks without words and only wants to be heard. In finances, you begin seeing signs you previously overlooked. Money arriving unexpectedly, an opportunity you thought lost, A door opening after you had stopped pushing. It is not luck. It is universal readjustment. Life does not take things from you to punish you. It takes them to clear the way for what is yours. And here appears a phrase you must write in the comments. My path opens now without obstacles. Write it and let the decree anchor itself within you. My path opens now without obstacles. And as you do so, as a way to honor this message that has reached you at the perfect moment, give the universe a gesture of gratitude. You know which one. Something simple but powerful. Something that activates your inner commitment to your own transformation. Like a silent pact between your soul and the divine. A symbol that you are ready to receive more revelations, more signs, more abundance. What you are living, Virgo, is a transition. The earthy energy that accompanies you is rearranging to make space. Space for new alliances, new projects, new certainties. But before the blessing arrives, there is a tremor. Do not fear the tremor. It is only the prelude to rebirth. Like when a shell breaks so life can emerge. Like when a chain snaps to allow freedom. Like when darkness retreats because the light has chosen to enter. And now we arrive at the point where things change. The climax announces itself when the judgment card appears before me. A powerful card, full of karma, truth, and divine justice. And here the twist occurs, the one the universe has been preparing for you. What you thought was lost resurfaces. What you believed had failed becomes vindicated. What was done to you unjustly will be balanced. And what you endured silently will now be seen by those who must see it. Judgment announces that the truth is revealed. That what was hidden falls. That your enemies are exposed by their own shadows. And that you, Virgo, receive the recognition you were denied, the progress that was blocked, and the clarity you have long deserved. This card also confirms the initial promise. You claim what is yours by divine right. Yes, repeat your decree once more. I claim what is mine by divine right. Now everything begins to align. Love positions itself for you in a deeper, nobler, more genuine way. If you have a partner, your bond strengthens. If you are single, a new energy knocks at your door. At work, an opportunity arrives that seems small but carries a wave of growth behind it. And in finances, stability watches you from a near horizon. Your color for these days is indigo, the tone that connects the earthly with the spiritual. Your lucky numbers: 9, 18, and 27. Your spiritual energy: rebirth. Virgo, this is only the beginning. The full revelation is still on its way. I warn you. The second part carries the strongest message. Virgo, you have reached the second part because this is how it was meant to be. The synchronicity that brought you here remains active, beating like an ancient drum that marks the rhythm of your destiny. Nothing you are experiencing is accidental. Rather, it is a chain of signs coming together to show you what had been hidden for a long time. And now, as energies rearrange within your astral map, I feel a different vibration. More intense, more urgent. It is as if the universe insists that you open your eyes wider, that you do not limit yourself, that you do not shrink again in response to the noise of others. This part is here to reveal what has been trying to reach you for months, but which you, out of caution or fear, had kept at a distance. When the cards speak again, they do so with a whisper that pierces the soul. A warning settles over you like a dark feather falling into silence. The energy points to figures circling your path, people who do not celebrate your progress, who feel your light threatens the comfort of their shadow. You have sensed it. That inexplicable discomfort, that unease when certain gazes land on you like silent needles. It is not your imagination. Your spiritual sensitivity has become sharper, and now you detect vibrations previously imperceptible. But here I want you to listen carefully. These presences do not come to destroy you, even if their intentions are not noble. They come to confirm something. You are growing. And every growth creates an echo. And every echo awakens the eyes of others. Life has placed you in a position where your shine becomes evident, even to those who would rather not see it. Someone near you feels jealous of your strength, your composure, your unbreakable capacity to rise again after every blow. Do not be frightened. The warning is not meant to inspire fear but to reinforce your protection. The universe does not point out threats without also giving you a shield. And here I return to your sacred phrase, the one that has already begun activating your energetic field. I claim what is mine by divine right. Keep this affirmation in your spirit like a seal, like a wall, like a decree of power. This path is not for the fearful. It is for those ready to walk with their heads held high even when the storm darkens the sky. Allow me to take you deeper. In this second part, the energies show a powerful emotional transition, as if your heart had been closing a cycle without you fully realizing it. Something in you has changed, your way of loving, your way of expecting, your way of giving. Even if you do not have a partner right now, your soul is preparing to receive something different. A connection that requires no masks, a presence that does not wound, a bond that does not steal your peace. You had been trapped in old memories, holding on to patterns that were not born of your essence but of wounds someone else left in you. But now, Virgo, your heart begins to loosen, to release, to empty itself of what was never yours. If you are in a relationship, deep, revealing conversations are coming. Not arguments. Emotional nakedness. Those conversations that expose what is often silenced out of fear, but that heal once finally spoken. What once seemed to create distance will now unite, as if truth were the medicine both of you needed. And if you are single, listen to this sign. There is someone thinking of you. Someone who has not said their name, but whose energy leans toward you with curiosity and admiration. A connection opening softly, like a dawn that has not yet dared to show its full light. In the economic realm, the ascent continues. There is an opportunity you did not know was still alive. Something you believed lost, forgotten, or cancelled. But it is about to be reborn, like a seed sprouting just when you thought it was dead. A call, a message, an offer, a coincidence that will not be coincidence. What is destined for you begins moving toward you, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. Trust. The energy confirms it. Prosperity approaches. Not immediate, not explosive, but stable. And stability is more valuable than any fleeting wealth. And as all this unfolds, a new symbol appears in your cards. The Hermit reversed. Do not be alarmed. This card does not mean loneliness but the end of it. It represents the exit from emotional confinement, the end of a phase in which you kept your thoughts to yourself as if no one could understand them. Life asks you to open doors, to allow new voices, new faces, new experiences to enter. You have been protected, but also isolated. And for abundance to reach you, you must break that final barrier separating you from the world. Because, although you are strong on your own, the universe wants to surround you with allies, and it will soon do so. Here is where the development begins to intensify, where the story gains height. Imagine yourself walking along a dark path. You have moved forward alone, guided by your intuition, feeling that each step could be a trap or a breakthrough. And suddenly, a light turns on, not in front of you, but behind you. That light reveals the silhouettes that have been following you. Some accompanied you out of affection, others out of interest, and others, Virgo, out of envy. This part of the message asks this of you. Sharpen your perception. Listen to your gut feelings. Do not ignore what your spirit detects before your mind does. It is time to break bad streaks. And they do not break with brute force, but with awareness. How many times have you felt close to success, only for something to collapse at the last moment? How many times did money seem to arrive, only to disappear like sand slipping through your fingers? How many attempts, plans, sacrifices without visible reward? It was not bad luck. It was not incompetence. It was energetic blockage. And those blockages, Virgo, are about to dissolve. I see in your cards a kind of vibration that seems to break chains. It is as if you had been tied to the repetition of the same cycle. Effort, exhaustion, disappointment. But no more. This second part marks the moment when the wheel begins turning in your favor. Not abruptly, but noticeably. You will begin to see subtle changes. People seeking you to offer rather than to demand, circumstances that once harmed you now benefiting you, decisions that once felt heavy now flowing easily. And then the climax arrives. The card that turns your destiny once again. The Tower. This card frightens many, but today it is a blessing for you, disguised as thunder. The Tower does not destroy what serves. It destroys what limits you. It destroys what lacks foundation. It destroys what was holding you back in silence. What collapses now, Virgo, needed to collapse. Do not lament it. Do not try to hold up the unsustainable. Do not carry the ruins of others. The Tower comes to free your path, clear your mind, and break the patterns that kept you small. And here comes the message I promised you. Your key phrase rises at this moment to give you power. I claim what is mine by divine right. This affirmation becomes a cosmic order, a spiritual activation, a permission to receive what you used to reject without realizing it. Repeat with me with soul, with fire. I claim what is mine by divine right. And now I give you a new decree to write in the comments and anchor magic into your life. I accept the divine justice that arrives to open my paths. Write it and allow this truth to expand within you like light entering a temple closed for years. And afterward, as a sign of gratitude to the energy guiding you today, perform that small symbolic gesture. Not out of obligation, but as a sacred act. As a pact with the universe that now speaks to you without hiding. Virgo, in this second part, your spiritual energy rises to a different level. You are wrapped in a vibration of justice, revelation, and rebirth. The color accompanying you now is antique gold, symbol of ancestral wisdom and slow but steady prosperity. Your power numbers for this cycle: 4, 22, and 30. And your spiritual energy: liberation. You have reached this point because it was written long before you yourself knew it. It was not chance, it was not curiosity, it was not simple interest. It was that silent calling heard only by souls destined to awaken. And now, Virgo, as the energy settles around you like a protective mantle, I can feel an enormous expansion, as if something within you has begun to open after a long period of confinement. The third part always arrives for those who are prepared. Never before. You are ready now, and that is why this message presents itself before you as a fulfilled prophecy. I sense the echo of revelation surrounding you. It is the echo that appears when a soul is about to receive a victory. And although you may still feel doubts, fatigue, or fear, I want you to hear this. The worst is over. The shadows that chased you are losing strength. The burdens that were not yours are falling away. And what once felt like an endless streak of misfortune now begins to recede like waves that no longer have power over the shore. But before showing you the final blessing, the universe asks one last act of awareness. Because in this final phase there is something crucial. You must see what for years stood right in front of you, yet hidden under layers of exhaustion, obligations, and silence. Virgo, much of your pain did not originate in your soul. You carried it for others. And now you are releasing it. And when a Virgo releases, the universe opens the path. Let me show you everything, step by step, like someone unrolling an ancient sacred scroll. In this part, the cards speak with absolute clarity. The energy does not hesitate, does not doubt, is not ambiguous. It shows me a cycle closing, a portal opening, and a promise being fulfilled. The first vibration I perceive is protection. A protection you did not feel before, a presence surrounding you like a circle of light separating your energy from those who do not wish you well. This protection does not come from an amulet, a ritual, or a physical object. It comes from a spiritual elevation you yourself triggered by listening, by opening, by allowing yourself to be guided. Virgo, the hidden enemies mentioned before are beginning to fall under their own weight. Not because you confront them, but because their intentions are revealed. Divine justice needs no shouting, no confrontations, no battles. It acts in silence, but it acts with precision. Those who underestimated you will witness your rise. Those who spoke behind your back will be illuminated by truth. Those who tried to block you will watch your achievements from afar. And here something important happens. You will not pay any debt that is not yours. You will not carry any karma that does not belong to you. And these words arrive like pure water cleansing the root of where it once hurt. The universe does not want to punish you, it wants to balance you. Now let me go deeper. I feel you entering a stage where the light you emit will be so strong that even you will be surprised. The light is not arrogance or superiority. It is clarity. It is the ability to see what you could not see before, to sense what you previously ignored, to choose what once frightened you to choose. This is rebirth, Virgo. A rebirth deserving of respect, celebration, and sacred silence. Financially, I see doors opening for you in a different way. Not through sudden blows, but through stability. Through balance. Through consistent income. Through opportunities arriving without you having to beg for recognition. What once cost you sweat and strain will now begin to flow. Projects that stopped will resume. Alliances that felt fragile will strengthen. Prosperity will no longer be a wish. It will be a path. And here I return to your phrase, because now more than ever you must repeat it. I claim what is mine by divine right. This phrase becomes a decree, a key, a shield. Repeat it with intention. Repeat it with certainty. Repeat it with dignity. Emotionally, the energy also shows a turn. A deep turn. A turn that changes you from the inside out. You are no longer loving from the wound. You are beginning to love from awareness. You are no longer needing. You are beginning to choose. You are no longer accepting crumbs. You are making space for what truly deserves to enter. This is not the same energy you held months ago. You are stronger, clearer, more honest with yourself. If you are in a relationship, I see balance, renewed understanding, conversations that once could not be had. And if you are single, someone is approaching. Someone with genuine intentions. Not perfect but real. Someone who will not come to break your peace, but to walk with you. Do not rush anything. What is yours will arrive softly, not with chaos. And now, Virgo, the most intense part. The revelation that culminates all previous signs. The card appearing before me now is the Sun. The card of victory, clarity, abundance, divine culmination. This card announces that not only will you overcome difficulties, you will transcend them. Not only will you receive what is fair, you will receive more than expected. Not only will you heal, you will flourish. The Sun announces rebirth. And that rebirth is yours. It belongs to you. It is owed to you. You have endured dark nights, painful silences, marking betrayals, invisible efforts. Now the dawn you have waited for is arriving. And here, Virgo, I deliver the final prophetic message. Everything you lost will be replaced by something better. Not equal, better. Everything that left created space for what is coming. Everything that hurt prepared you to receive something greater. This is the moment when life tilts in your favor. It is time to seal this with a final decree. Different, final, definitive. I want you to write it in the comments, because by writing it you anchor the energy. Today I accept my victory and allow abundance to enter my life. Write it with strength. Write it with conviction. Write it like someone who signs their own destiny. And afterward, as a sacred gesture, perform that small act of gratitude. Not out of obligation, but out of alignment. Because by giving thanks, you activate the law of return. And by opening yourself, you receive more signs, more protection, and more opportunities that will accompany you in the coming days. Virgo, this third part marks the closing of a cycle and the opening of a new one. Your final color is white gold, symbol of purity, clarity, and blessing. Your power numbers: 1, 11, and 33. Your spiritual energy: victory. You have reached the end. You have heard what the universe had reserved for you. And although this message ends here, your path is only beginning. From this moment on, nothing remains the same. Thank you for allowing these words to accompany you. Thank you for opening your soul to this guidance. And remember this, Virgo. What awaits you is far greater than what you left behind. Final farewell. May your light grow, may your strength expand, and may you never forget that the universe chose you today. I embrace you in energy and destiny.